Now, the panel of experts on compensation of victims of demonstrations, public protests and riots has promised to deliver justice for victims of brutality in 3 months. The 18-member committee will be tasked with facilitating compensation of victims of demonstrations and protests dating back to 2017. And as Samira Mohammed reports, the Law Society of Kenya President Faith Odhiambo defended her acceptance into the controversial panel, saying that her involvement was to ensure justice is done to victims of street protests.
Following a Gazette notice published in August 2025 on the establishment of a framework for identifying, verifying and supporting affected individuals, today the 18-member committee tasked with facilitating compensation of victims of demonstrations and protests dating back to the year 2017 has been sworn in.
I, Faith Odhiambo Moni, having been appointed as the Vice Chairperson of the panel of experts on compensation of victims of demonstrations and public protests, do solemnly swear that I will well and truly serve as the Vice Chairperson of the panel.
Chaired by Professor Makau Mutua, the team underscored that the hard work has just begun, but remained optimistic that justice and fair reparations will be done to those who suffered losses.
We shall conduct evidence-based verification of victims, be they fatalities or be they those who suffered life-altering injuries. And we will do this primarily to deter fraud and to protect the integrity of the scheme that we have launched today.
Defending her acceptance into the controversial panel, Law Society of Kenya President Faith Odhiambo said her involvement was to ensure justice is done to victims of street protests. Odhiambo assured Kenyans that she would not let them down, adding that the deaths and injuries suffered during the protests must never be in vain, as she promised to remain accountable to the people and to consistently update them on the progress of the panel's work.
Faith Odhiambo will not let you down. The bloodshed of our comrades must not be in vain, and no, I will not take any prisoners. I will instead keep you informed of the developments, and at no point shall I act to negate the gains that we have made together as a country.
In an emotionally worded speech delivered during the panel swearing in, Odhiambo dismissed claims that by accepting the role, she had betrayed Kenyans, maintaining that her decision was informed by a duty to safeguard justice and the rule of law, while ensuring that victims of protests receive a fair hearing.
The quest for justice in terms of compensation must go hand in hand with expedited access to justice for victims for police brutality during protests and riots. For over 1 year,
Samira Mohammed for TV 47.